seen your Munford cooking show. They will help you make food like a pro. Like a pro.
Welcome back to another episode of the Junior and Senior Munford Cooking Show. Right guys, so today's challenge is to turn a bland, beige, slightly boring dish to be tasty, visually appealing and much more nutritious. So we're going to try and make a mac and cheese which can be a rather bland, boring and not particularly nutritious dish, much more interesting, more flavoursome and generally more appealing. Junior, what are we going to do to make a mac and cheese a little bit more exciting?
Well, today I'm going to add some seitan for protein and flavour. You can use ham if you want to. We're going to add some mushroom for earthiness and more flavour.
Beautiful.
Red and green peppers for colour and nutrients.
Wicked.
Plus a little bit of wilted spinach.
Do we love a bit of wilted spinach?
And we also recommend wholemeal macaroni pasta if you have any.
If you can get it. Normal pasta, in fact you can use any sort of pasta you like really. I mean, you know, macaroni is a particular type.
We quite like the tricolour as well, don't we?
We do quite like the tricolour, so that's a little bit of carrot in there, is it?
Carrot, pepper,
spinach gives it the colour. Yeah, but any pasta you got really, anything knocking about. Right, so let's have a little look at our ingredients, shall we? So over here we've got a bit of spinach.
A little bit of spinach ready for wilting.
What else we've got going on there, Junior?
We've got some button mushrooms.
Beautiful.
We've got an orange pepper, a red pepper, a little bit of cheese, a couple of different varieties for extra flavour, and some seitan.
Lovely.
We've got B12 yeast flakes here, which adds a bit of a sort of nutty, cheesy flavour.
Do love the nutritional yeast flakes, they're rather good.
We've got some oat milk for the white sauce, or bechamel as some call it.
Fab.
Macaroni pasta.
Wicked.
Salt and pepper.
A little bit of garlic.
A little bit of garlic.
Fantastic. Right, so without further ado, let's get this knocked up, shall we? Right, so here we are. We've got our panel. What have we got in there at the moment, Junior?
We've got our seitan in there, we've got our mushrooms, we've got our peppers, they're all sliced.
Beautiful.
I'm just shaking the pan here. Best not to sort of overhandle your mushrooms, or they get a bit sort of brown.
They start to leak all their juices, don't they, making for a bit of a soggy situation. We've also got a pan of macaroni on over here, slightly salted water. We've got that on full blasted, just poured boiling water in, haven't we, to get this going quickly. That should take about 8 minutes for your pasta. Al dente. Just with a little bit of bite. That's what those Italians say, isn't it? Beautiful. Fantastic. Right. So whilst that's all cooking off, right, I'm just going to advise you of some very interesting nutritional facts, right? I can't remember them all, to be totally honest with you. But your pasta, giving you carbs.
Low release energy.
Perfect. See, look, Junior knows what all this stuff means, but you know, I know what's in it.
Most of it.
But you know, he can give you what it does. Vegan cheese gives you your fats and your protein.
Fat's very good for protecting your organs, helps with brain activity.
Nice. Peppers, vitamin C.
I think that's good for your eyes and your skin.
And your immune system.
And your immune system, yeah.
Really good for taking loads of that now. Mushrooms, loads of B vitamins, which are always good, all about making you feel good, aren't they?
Great for energy, stuff like that. Again, really good for the brain.
Seitan, or ham if you're using it, is protein. So that's a combination of protein and seitan. And also, what we use is this seitan stuff, which we made in an earlier episode, especially the vegan one. It's fantastic stuff because you get loads of protein, as much protein in the seitan as there is in meat, because we're using ham today. But it's really low in fat, which is really good, and also quite low in carbs, which is quite nice for people who want to keep their carbs in. Spinach, now your spinach is just, I really do need to read this one because I was amazed at how much stuff is in spinach. Spinach, you've got your vitamin K, your vitamin A, your vitamin C, folate, as well as being a good source of manganese, magnesium, iron and vitamin B12. Which sure, you just live on spinach, can't you?
Top I did.
You did?
Why not?
It cans of the stuff. Absolutely cans of the stuff. Nutritional yeast flakes, bit of protein in that as well and more B12. And garlic, great for reducing cholesterol and it's full of antioxidants.
Helps keep your blood clean as well, doesn't it?
Does clean blood. Another useful fact, keeps away vampires, doesn't it?
Oh yes.
Very useful. Right, so how are we doing, Junior?
We're doing good. This is sauteed nicely. Peppers have softened up a bit, which is good.
So we don't really want to cook the living daylights out of this, do we?
We don't know, I think it's actually ready. It's been about 4 or 5 minutes.
Fantastic. Anything else got to go in there, Junior?
We've got to put the garlic in now.
Lovely.
We'll just stir that in a couple of minutes.
Look at that, beautiful. So we haven't got that aroma vision in it really, otherwise you could smell all those amazing smells going on. I didn't bother with a timer for the old macaroni, but I think we've just got to try a bit in a few minutes. Should take about 8 minutes, I think, according to the package instructions. Yeah, I was just looking, right, macaroni is actually called chicory rigatoni, number 33.
Amazing. You know something new every day.
Thank you. Fantastic. Right, let's have a little look at that macaroni then, shall we? Nearly there, a few more minutes. Okay, so we've drained our macaroni and we've been very sensible and we've got a little jug underneath the corridor there. So we've reserved a little bit of pasta water because that is wicked stuff for making everything all silky and thicken up, isn't it?
Gives it a nice shine as well, doesn't
It does give it a nice shine. Right, so in here we are going to chuck back in our pasta. We're going to turn it down a bit for you, Junior. And then we're going to add butter, let that melt a bit,
Yeah,
whack the cheese in, milk in.
absolutely. Should we get that butter in there first?
Get that butter in there first. I like your style, Junior.
I fear the pasta will sort of dry out and go crispy.
Yeah, let's get that butter in there. Lovely. You've got a stirrer. Keep it a bit hot, so I'll take it down a bit. Right, butter's melting. We'll wait the milk in.
Let's get that in there, yeah.
So I think that's about 175 millilitres of milk. This will all be up on the recipe, so you'll get all the full details in the recipe. A bit of nutritional yeast.
That's right.
Tablespoon of that. Give that right good stir. Like any cheese.
Yeah.
So we got
cheese in there.
we got a mixture of mozzarella and just your regular kind of average cheddar type situation. Let's go there, look.
Nice and stringy, the mozzarella, isn't it?
So that pasta water we saved, you know, could be invaluable with your macaroni and cheese. If it's become a little bit dry, not enough sauce, that pasta water will be absolutely amazingly essential. So really, you could sort of think at this stage like that is just your average, boring, beige, bland mac and cheese. That is basically just full of carbs and fat, isn't it?
Not very nutritious.
Not very nutritious at all. But what we're going to do to it is going to pimp it up a bit and turn it into something a lot more nutritious and a lot more colourful and generally more tasty. How's it doing, Junior?
It's doing alright. I've turned the heat up a little bit just to sort of get it going.
Get everything melting.
Obviously that milk's cold, come out of the fridge, so
That's true.
just to get it up to a nice heat.
Cheese is starting to melt a little bit, isn't it? So your vegan cheese is notorious, isn't it, for having a little bit of a delay in its melting point, isn't it? You
does,
know,
yeah.
regular cheese does melt a little bit quicker. Right, well, that's looking good. So we've got to remember we've got to boil our spinach in there as well at some point, haven't we? So we have a pre-cooked spinach. We're just going to literally put it in pretty much towards the end, which is just going to allow it to wilt. This is like nice little baby spinach. And chuck that at the end to make that even more colourful and nutritious.
I think that's ready for the spinach actually, it's all melted.
Do you want a little bit of that pasta water?
I think a little splash, yeah.
Loosen it up a little bit.
Just going to do a little splash at a time, so we don't end up with a soup.
Fantastic. So what do you think? Should we whack in all our seitan pepper situation on the spinach first? What do you think?
I think yes, let's whack the seitan peppers in there.
Or actually, I
Followed by
think we did decide we were going to chuck that in the big pan, weren't we?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
more
go for
stirring
that.
capability. Go on, Jenny, you chuck it in there. Beautiful.
I'm just going to put that on a cooler end.
Tasty.
And then should we get that spinach in there now? I'm going to use both spoons here and sort of toss it like a salad. You want to kind of bury that spinach within it.
Get some serious wilting going on.
Get it nice and wilted. And also get the heat on about a 3 at this point as well. You don't want it too high,
No, just a little
or
medium
that
heat.
sauce will dry up, thicken up too much.
Obviously, if it does thicken up too much, you've got your spare jug of pasta water. I always keep the pasta water when I'm making things like bolognese. Like, after I've actually made the bolognese sauce, cook the pasta, I always keep a little bit, stir it through my bolognese sauce just to give it that silkiness and that shine that you were talking about earlier, Jenny. So I suppose if you wanted to speed up that wilting process, you could whack a bit on that for a minute or two, couldn't you? Oh, I can see it wilting already, look at that. That is wilting before my very eyes. But I've got nothing, Jenny. Did you want a little bit more, or are you okay with that?
I think that's great. Just a little sort of lacing of spinach is great.
Gorgeous. Well, I think that is fantastic. So, shall we plate some of this up
Let's do it.
and then present that in a minute? Okay, so here we are outside in the Munford kitchen garden as usual with our finished macaroni and cheese, and that looks so much better than your average macaroni and cheese, Jim.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
And you know, if I'm totally honest with you, I don't like macaroni and cheese. I really just never liked it. Really don't like it at all. It's a bit like you with crisps.
It is.
You
Yeah,
know, I
I've got a stronger version to them.
just don't like them. But that is very tasty. We had a quick bowl earlier, and absolutely delicious. So much more flavoursome, tasty.
Really makes you want to eat it as well. I think that's the kind of the sight of a macaroni and cheese doesn't really inspire you to dig in, does it? Really,
Usually
but
just-
the colours jump out.
They do, you know, and a little sprig of parsley on top.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, wonderful job. So, you know, guys, challenge to you is, what beige, boring dish can you make into something exciting, as we've done today? Doesn't have to be mac and cheese. Could be cauliflower cheese. Anything beige and bland that you can pimp up. We want to see what you can do.
And please send us a photo, a video, anything you like. Give us some evidence.
Fantastic. Well, Junior, another successful episode of the Junior
and Senior Munford Cooking Show.
See you next time, guys.
Junior, Senior, Munford Cooking Show. What will they make next? Nobody knows.